please like and subscribe.
Hi, I'm Joe, and this is Joe's Medicine Tarot. Here you will find shamanic tarot readings. Please know this is a general spirit check-in, not a one-to-one spirit check-in, so you're not going to resonate with everything. And please also know that I could be picking up on someone else's energy. So if you recognize someone else's energy in your reading, please put the energies where they belong. If you are new to my channel, welcome. And if you are returning, well, welcome back. I'd also like to say thank you to the Medicine Keepers. These are the paying members of this channel. Creator, please bless this reading. Please bring in the knowledge and the wisdom and the guidance from all the realms. Please bring in the messages, bring in the messages that the collective needs to hear. I hope everybody is safe and well wherever you are in the world. And I love all your comments. My God, I missed you guys so much. I missed you guys so much. It's this beautiful soul family. It is such a blessing. You guys are such a blessing in my life. To me, to my daughter, you know, to my husband, to all of us. Okay, let us begin. How does that look like to you? Okay. There we go. That's a little better. Oh, interesting. What's going on here? And what's on the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So somebody is experiencing a great lack of courage. Maybe you are. Maybe somebody feels like they're working without like any results, any rewards. Or some sort of an obsessiveness. Maybe someone is obsessed with you, or maybe you're obsessed about something or about someone. But there's a getting that someone wants to have a conversation with you. Someone wants to have a conversation with you, or maybe you want to have a conversation with somebody else. But there's been a lot of examination of illusions, a lot of examinations with what's in my cup. Someone, you or someone else, is examining the contents of your cup, of your psyche, examining your desires, examining the possibilities, examining, are these even possibilities? Are they just illusions? Are they just blind desires that really have no root? You know, but it is clear, it is very clear that you are the sensitive one. You are the medium. You are the one that carries the food of the deep. You are the one that carries the food of the deep. But with this understanding is also the knowing. With this understanding comes the end of a family, the end of some sort of a shattered family, shattered dreams. Someone is very unhappy. I don't think you know this. I don't think you're aware of this. And I don't feel this is you. I feel this is somebody else. But you could be needing to have a conversation with someone. Someone could be needing to have a conversation with you. Okay, how much room have I got to play with here? Let's move this up a little bit. We're just going to spread these out because I'm going to bring some more cards onto the table here. Very, very interesting. So definitely someone is conserving their energy. Someone is conserving their energy while wanting to have a conversation with you. I don't know if they're conserving their energy about you, but in a state of like energetic triage almost. And I feel like you or someone else is getting clear. You're getting very clear. What's true, what's not true, what fits, what doesn't fit within yourself, within your life, within what is a possibility, within what is true, what isn't true. What is the Four of Pentacles, Creator? What is the Four of Pentacles? Initiatory descent. So somebody's gone through or is going through initiatory descent. Oh, nuclear energy right away. They're caught. Okay, I just got a whole bunch of information here. Okay, they're caught in a keeper current. The first thing I heard is work like this. I feel like whoever this is somebody who claims to be a healer, somebody of some sort of spiritual status. But they're in some sort of a keeper current. And what I heard is this kind of work has always been a concept to this person. So what this means is whoever this is, it's almost like a dilettante. They claim to know this dimension, but they don't. They know of it. They're like a savant. They might be able to recite and hear somebody or hear some really powerful teaching on a spiritual topic and then relay it and then repeat it. But to generate this on their own, no, they have not done this work. They speak about the work, they talk about the work as though they have done the work, but they haven't done the work. So somebody's going into initiatory descent. So something's happened, somebody is caught in a keeper current and is on their way down to Pluto. You are an esoteric. You are esoteric. So whatever is going on here, someone wants to have a conversation with you. I feel like whatever they're going through, they're looking at you. Like, I feel like, oh, help me put this into language, Creator. Somebody sees you and wishes you were with them in this initiatory descent because you would know what to do. You're like a shaman. You would know what to do. You would know how to respond. You would know how to pivot, what to do, how to react, how to respond, how to move, how to navigate. I feel like this person is not acquainted with their own shadow. They're being brought down into the depths of their own shadow. I feel like this person does not know their shadow. And they're looking at you like you are so mysterious, and this person wishes they had your help, had your insight. But I feel like the Creator has pulled you two apart. I feel like there's been some sort of a divine intervention. I'm just seeing a sword plunged into the middle. There's been a plunge into the middle. There's been a sword plunged into the middle. And you guys went like flying apart. Like slicing a tree down the middle and both halves of the tree fall. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here. Ooh, what the hell happened? What happened, you guys? What happened? Self-knowledge, yes. So you are esoteric and full of self-knowledge, and the Creator is basically checkmating this person. You claim to know so much. Now, okay, yes, but first, this person has got themselves into a dilemma. This person has got themselves into a dilemma. And that is when the Creator acted. Now the Creator can act. Now this person is bound by their own words. They are bound. That's why they're an energetic triage. That's why. Okay, now it makes sense. They're an energetic triage. They are bound by their own words. And now the Creator is acting upon them now. You claim to know yourself. Well, now you're going to know yourself. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Holy smoke. So, you know, what that scripture means is it's not about God. It's about you. It's about you. It's like, I'm going to use a really extreme example to bring this home. It's like an alcoholic that is in denial that they have a drinking problem. And they time one off every day, every night, whatever it is. And the people around them can see the person's got a drinking problem, but they don't see it. And they think, oh, I can quit anytime I want. I can do whatever I want. And but they don't have the desire to quit. And they don't have the desire to quit lying to themselves. They don't even think that they are lying to themselves. And one day this person either might, I keep seeing like a bicycle tire spinning on the road, like a bike on the road, the bicycle tire, some little kid's bicycle tire. So somebody like running over their child's in the driveway as they're backing out, or maybe as they're coming home, something like that, or almost doing this. Maybe they kill somebody else, whatever. Something happens where it's a rock bottom. It is a, you will not be getting out of this one without facing yourself. And I'm feeling this person, let's say the alcoholic, that's why they drank, was to avoid themselves. Well, whatever this is, I feel like this person went to the esoteric, how do I say this? They went to the spiritual community to avoid themselves. Instead of drinking, spiritual knowledge became their addiction, but they didn't do the work. They just put it on like a garment, like a savant. This person is a savant. I don't feel like they are yeah, that's just it. They are a savant. What is the Seven of Cups creator? Animal spirit. Look at this. Since the first card out, between you and this person. So there is an animal spirit protecting you. Very, very much so. Protecting you from this person. Shadow. Protecting you from someone's shadow. I don't feel like this is your own because you are in such a deep place of self-examination, self-reflection. I feel like you're doing a whole hell of a lot of self-reflection in order to get clear. You're in the midst of shadow work. It's either theirs or yours. Maybe it's both. Maybe you're untangling yourself from a web, I just heard a spirit of confusion. You're entangling yourself from a spirit of confusion. And is this my confusion? Is this their confusion? Like, it's like you're trying to get to the root, get to the core. Seems like the deeper you dig, the further the roots go. So whatever this, oh my gosh. So whatever this is, it's like a blackberry bush and the roots go deep, 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 deep into the earth. It's because they've had a long time to grow. And that's what I mean. Whatever this person did, however they affected you and I feel like there was a spirit of confusion that came out from this person. This spirit of confusion is within them also, and that root goes very, very deep because it's been allowed to grow. It's been like an undisciplined child that's been able to run amok away from the parents' view, out of the parents' perspective. Just maybe the parents are absent. I don't even know here, but there's like, and this is also your shadow too, because your own shadow is going to get stirred up in this too. So that's what I mean. I'm seeing you like at the bottom of a lake or a pond or like a river or something like that, and there's all this silt being kicked up from the bottom, and it's very silty. You can't see clear. It's very murky. But I'm hearing you're staying very still. You're being very still. In the midst of it all, you're just allowing the waters around you to calm, allowing the presence, the knowing within you to just emerge out of the confusion. Once you know you're in confusion, you no longer have to battle it. You can just listen. You can just not even listen. You can just observe, because the most powerful force that will change the inner state of mind is the powerful force of awareness. And you are aware of your confusion. You are aware of this confusion. And now you just sit quietly and observe it, which is going to clear it. It's going to clear it. Union. Animal spirit, shadow, and union. So the union between you and this person has been overshadowed by some sort of an action, because we're dealing with deception here. I feel like you're not only examining your own deception, but someone else's. Maybe it's multiple people. What is the Page of Cups? Oh my gosh, shadow work. Yes, you are the master of shadow work. That's what I mean. You carry the fish of the deep. The fish of the deep. You know, the Page of Cups follows the Ten of Cups, and the Ten of Cups is the most energetically and emotionally abundant card, like positively abundant card in the entire deck, because it's in such a state of happiness. It's a fulfillment. 10 is a fulfillment. 10 breaks down to 1. So that happiness also distilled into 1 cup. So what's made you truly happy? You're carrying the fish of the deep. The water is calm behind you. So you have been in your water. You have been in your water. You know your waters. You know your waters. You know your waters. And you have gone to the depths of them to gather the fish of the deep, the food of the deep. You understand the way to navigate through the depths of the soul, through the depths of the psyche. You can see in the dark. You can see in the dark. You know, the people that come to my channel, this is a very shamanic platform. The shamanic spirit is here. It's a big spirit because there's many different forms of shamanism. And the people that come to my channel are people that are connecting with this capacity, natural capacity within themselves. So that's what I'm seeing, is you have some sort of a natural shamanic capacity, because you can see in the dark. You have incredible instinct. You have incredible intuition, inner sight, inner knowing. You know yourself. And that's what I mean. It's not anybody that is able to sit in the midst of freaking confusion and be still. Okay, so you know yourself. There is a level of self-knowledge. You trust yourself. Oh, I just see someone standing next to the great big old growth tree. Oh, that makes me want to cry. That is so beautiful. When I say you know yourself, I just saw this. It's like a child standing next to a great big old growth tree, and its roots go deep into the earth, and the branches extend way up into the higher dimensions of the heavens. And that is you. So you know yourself, and you are like that tree, able to sit quietly within all the fog. Sit quietly within all the confusion. Whispers. So shadow, perception, and whispers. You understand the language of the shadow. You also understand that still small voice in you, within you, that is the voice of the soul. Your perception is very clear. Look at the blue turban. So blue is indicative of a higher vibration. Blue is also the color of the fifth chakra. Blue. The planet is also blue. So blue is a very spiritual number, or spiritual color. It's a higher dimensional color. Very healing color. So your perception is very clear, and the whispers you get, I feel like, are from your soul. Like I said, you're able to sit in the quietness of the soul and listen. You know lie from truth. You know illusion from truth. You know, how you got here, I feel like you've gone through the worst of yourself to get here. Like I'm speaking to somebody that maybe understands this kind of self-deception because you were there once. You lied to yourself until it didn't work anymore. Maybe you hit your own bottom and you had to face yourself, and you've never turned back. You've never run from yourself. And if you did, you always came home. You always came back. It's like a child, like, fine, I'm going, I'm leaving, I'm packing my bag, and I'm going to run away. I always think of, what book was it? Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing, when Peter runs away and then he realizes like it's almost dinner. And he hears his potatoes boiling on the stove and the roast in the oven, and he's like, oh, this smells really good. You know, like and his mom was like, well, why don't you have dinner with us first? And then run away. Knowing he's not going to run away, especially after he eats. He's going to go to his room and go chill out, or his anger will have subsided by then. So either way, anyway. What is the 10 of Cups in reverse? Evolution. Children. And you are a mystery. You are a mystery. Okay. So I don't feel that you're unhappy, but I do feel there has been some sort of a shattering within you. Yes. It didn't come out until these cards came out. And then it lit up more of the psyche, it lit up more of the territory that this is shining into. I should say territories. But this is an evolution. It's like a forest fire. The forest fire replenishes the soil and replenishes the earth when everything burns down. And so there's some sort of evolution going on with some sort of a fire. Somebody set a fire. I don't know why fire keeps coming into it, but oftentimes fire can be seen as like a lie that gets away from somebody. When you light a fire and it's super dry, it almost sounds like a bomb, like boom, like the fire just explodes into the combustible materials. And it consumes that which is ready to be consumed, what is consumable. Someone's a little intimidated of you. Someone is a little intimidated of you. Yeah, on the bottom of the deck next to the Knight of Cups is Lovers in reverse. Someone's sexual, creative energies, their masculine and feminine energies are like captive. They're in bondage. They're not even in bondage. There's been some sort of a separation, some sort of a shattering of a family, some sort of a shattering. Like I said, I'm seeing an old growth tree split down the middle and both sides of the tree come falling down. So you guys made, I feel like the tree was the pact. And you are your own old growth tree, okay? But I'm feeling like the tree was a pact, it was a bond, it was a relationship. And something happened like a tower, a bolt of lightning, high voltage consciousness is what broke this bond, is what shattered this bond. And that's what I mean. There's nothing more powerful than the power of awareness. High voltage consciousness, that is awareness. When you get a clear understanding about something, it comes in almost like a bolt of lightning, a strike of lightning. You get a moment of clarity. Then all of a sudden you see everybody differently, or see this person differently, or that person differently, or this place, or your home, or your work, or your marriage, or your friendship, or whatever, even yourself. Okay, so not in a good way or a bad way, whatever it is, whatever the clarity is. Okay, so yeah, so whatever this is, there's some sort of evolution going on within you, within the breaking. There was a breaking of something, but that's what the Creator's saying. There's been a breaking, and there's been some sort of evolution. It has to do with children, someone's children, maybe their grandchildren. This is someone's legacy. Somebody has, okay, I'm just hearing the book of Samuel, when Eli was going blind because his children had done wrong in the sight of the Lord and had not repented. Samuel had not corrected his children. What this means, this is not literal. This is actions. Our children are our actions, and somebody has committed or done actions that were hurtful, that were wrong, that did damage, and they did not correct them. So Samuel's eyes, his vision was being slowly removed. And that's not a punishment. Is Samuel's done this to himself because of his own dishonesty, because of his own willful blindness. There you go. There it is. Because of his own willful blindness of refusing to see the truth of his actions. Okay, that's what this is. There's some sort of children, it could be actual children that are affected in this lie or in these actions or whatever this is, but the children are also the actions. So there's two meanings to this card. There are actual children involved, maybe they're grown children, maybe they're grandchildren, maybe they're people that you've known for a long time that feel like your children. But these are also actions, someone's actions that have nothing to do with the children. Maybe the actions affected the children. Maybe the actions, I feel like it's been some sort of a betrayal, some sort of betrayal of trust, shattering of trust. You know, trust is a... Why are you using that word? Before I say it... No freaking way. The word precipital come in. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Precipital. Okay, to precipitate. To cause an event or a situation, typically one that is bad or undesirable, to happen suddenly, unexpectedly, or prematurely. Precipital. So someone's actions were precipital. Holy, thank you, Creator, for teaching us all a new word, because I didn't know what that meant. Precipital. So someone's actions were very damaging. And there's been a shattering of family, but you are okay in this. But somebody else, whoever released this, who's ever, and I feel like this is someone's legacy. It's their children. It's their legacy that is unfolding within several generations now. Several generations. Whoever this is, an action that they are not aware of or that they refuse to be aware of. The seed of that action was planted in the next generation and then the next generation. And that's what happens. That's why it takes up to 7 generations for a behavior to be healed. So whoever this is, you know, there was oh man, who was this speaker? I'm just hearing, they are the mockers and the liars. Like, it was a speaker who was talking about hearing someone speak and just how we try to understand everybody, but it can be too overwhelming. So he says you understand them by their deeds. So the people who mock and laugh, those are the mockers and liars. Are the mock and the laughers, you know, people who lie about what they heard, like, oh, it was a total crap, even though they really enjoyed it, but they can't tell the truth. Well, those are the liars. You know, just the way he simplified it. And that's what's coming into this, is that you're beginning to have no choice but to see somebody as they act. Like, this is how you are. We're not defined. We're not judged. Ooh, okay. A quote by Wayne Dyer is coming in. Where you will not be judged for your anger. You will be judged by your anger. So whatever this is a certain type of shadow medicine that someone has released that they now have to eat. This is the realm of the gods. This is the realm of the gods. You know, fire consumes. The soul is also fire. The soul is fire. So when the soul eats the things in our life, like a stone, and every stone is birthed a crystal. The crystal is the fire. The crystal is the higher dimensional life force within the organic composite. Not organic, because a stone isn't necessarily organic. It's not like an organism. But anyway, over millions and millions of years, that crystal will consume the igneous rock around it. And within a million years, that rock won't even exist anymore. It is now a giant crystal, because the crystal ate all of the impurities of the igneous rock. That's what this is. That's what this is. I used to be a stone cutter and I loved it. It was an awesome job. I really enjoyed it. I learned a lot. Okay, let's pull an archetype card. So this is a snapshot of what is going on. This is what's going on in their life. For some reason, the Creator wants you to see what's going on in someone else's life. Maybe because you are... Okay, interesting. And what's on the bottom of the deck after that card is the 5 of Wands in reverse. So maybe there is a sense of acceptance about this family breaking apart. Family, people, friendship, old growth tree that's been split, maybe the bond that's been split. There is either there is now or there will be an acceptance of what is. Okay. Like reality is starting to set in. That this isn't going away. I feel like you are a true master, and this person you're dealing with, that you were dealing with, is a savant. You're the master and they're a savant, and you are aware that this person is not genuine. They are not, they didn't really do the work. They put on the garment, but they didn't do the work. Okay. So that's the card that has come out, is Storyteller. Very interesting. You know, as a tarot reader, I'm a storyteller. The story and the dark side of the storyteller. Yes, the dark side of the storyteller will be the liar. Okay, so here we go, folks. The light attributes of the storyteller is the ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols, just like a tarot reader. And the shadow attributes of the storyteller is making up tales that harm others. So there we go. That's exactly, thank you, Creator. Just brought it all to a head. That's what this is. And either you have an acceptance, but whatever this is, somebody's got themselves into almost like quicksand. I see them in like quicksand, and someone else is watching them struggle. Someone else is watching them struggle. It's like a person that has a spirit of indifference, and they're not helping them out. They're just watching them struggle. It's kind of evil, actually. I find it like some cruel kid that's watching two insects, or I don't know, somebody that gets pleasure out of watching someone struggle. I get somebody here is kind of warped. There's the third person here. They're on the outside. They're on the outside of this reading, like on the outside. Their energy's here. They're annoyed. I can tell they're here. They're annoyed. I can feel them. They're annoyed. I can feel them, and I can sense them. But they're definitely watching somebody struggle. They're watching this person struggle, and this person is in quicksand. You aren't. Whoever you are one hell of a force to be reckoned with. Yeah, I feel like somebody, there is some interesting stuff going on here. Yeah, I feel like whoever's watching, maybe they were the ones that told the story or made the lie, or maybe they're themselves are a storyteller. But somebody here takes pleasure in watching others struggle. They take pleasure in watching others. I feel like this is somebody who has I feel like this is somebody who has lied about others and has gotten away with it for a long time. They have because they're so wounded. They're almost like a tormented soul, almost like a psychopath. It's very creepy. I get a really creepy feeling. Something very creepy. It's just very they're just the word sinister coming up, like somebody is steeped in the lower dimensions and they operate from that dimension, but they look like they don't. That's why they say don't judge a book by its cover. Anyway, you guys, I feel like you guys are going to be okay. I want to pull an Egyptian oracle card just because the energy in this reading is really very heavy. Let's pull an Egyptian oracle card. Creator, what do you want the viewers to know? What do you want them to know? What is the final word of guidance? Oh, and it went flying up. Geb, prosperity. Prosperity. So let's put these two next. Actually, nope. It wants to be on this side. Okay. Look at the green, and then look at his green outfit too. Interesting. Storyteller. So you definitely have the abundance of a storyteller, but I don't feel like you're a liar. I feel like you're dealing with a liar. Number 5, Gab. Number 5. Interesting. The number 5. Okay, prosperity. God of the earth and all animals. He is usually depicted lying on the ground with plants and fruit on his body, or as a bearded man with a goose on his head. Geb symbolizes wealth, fertility, abundance of nature, but also its most feared forces. Okay, so let me read that again. Geb symbolizes wealth, fertility, and abundance of nature, but also its most feared forces. With Geb, you can trust in slow but constant development, such as the realization of a project or the conclusion of a program. You might experience extremely pleasant, tranquil, and tender emotions full of harmony and moral integrity. Yes, this is why Geb wanted to be on this side of this, because I'm feeling that there's also the lie here, that this abundance, that the spirit of Geb is sort of turning their back on in order to look ahead. It's not a sense of rejection. It's just whoever needs to learn a very difficult lesson, the Creator is allowing them to learn it. But it's almost like when you have to turn, like you got to let somebody learn their lesson, and you're turning away to let them be, to let them do what they need to do. Let them, he or she who sets a trap will fall into it. So whatever's going on here, there's somebody is generating their own humiliation ritual, because they've released a dishonest spirit onto the planet. And what you release comes back. Even King David even talked about asking the Creator to protect him, because he knows there's a little angel that sits at the corner of the mouth and waits to fulfill what you have spoken. It will bring it back to you. What did King David say? My words will not return to me void. And that's why they say, be careful what you put into motion. Be careful what you speak. Be careful what you say. And whoever this is, whoever likes to watch people struggle, whether it's this person or somebody else that's in a mix, there's another energy here that is on the outside. That is like a very darker energy, it's almost like a psychopath. So yeah, somebody is generating their own humiliation ritual, and I feel like they've tried to humiliate someone else, and maybe they did, maybe they didn't, but this medicine will now come back to them because it was released by them. That's what I said. You will not be judged for your anger. You will be judged by your anger. Okay, so that's why they say be careful what you release. Okay, you guys, I'm going to leave this reading here. I feel like you guys are going to be totally fine. I feel like you are protected. You are guarded. You are your own master. I don't think anything can even touch you. Like, you're very, very aware. And yeah, whoever this is, I feel like somebody is incredibly jealous of you also too. Very, very jealous of you. Maybe trying to break apart this tree, maybe trying to break this bond. Yeah, interesting. Very interesting. Okay, you guys, I'm going to leave this here and I will see you guys in the next reading. But job well done. You guys will be totally fine. You're on your way to prosperity. You are still within the confusion. And I don't think whoever this is, you are out of their reach. You know, you're out of their reach. All they can do is lie, cheat, and steal. And if that's the way they have to win, then that's the way they have to win. But they won't get very far. Okay, I'm telling you right now. Alrighty, you guys have a beautiful day.